Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. I am back. I wasn't expecting to be back. This is my third live today. You can't tell me your girl ain't working hard. I was trying to eat my dinner. But all of a sudden, breaking news, Jess hilarious. She started, I believe, on Instagram, got her start on Instagram and kind of worked her way up. She auditioned for the Breakfast Club, ended up getting that position. Well, she has decided to officially go off tonight about what's been going on at the Breakfast Club, okay? As far as I see, the Breakfast Club has been over for years at this point. I don't see how they even managed to still have an audience. It's kind of done, in my opinion. But based on the information that I have seen, is that Jess Hilarious ended up getting that position. And quickly after she got the position, she ended up getting pregnant. Okay. She got pregnant. And while she was on maternity leave, she chose this girl named Lauren LaRosa as her replacement while she was on maternity leave. Now, Lauren LaRosa has an impressive resume from my understanding. I think she went to school for journalism, if I'm not mistaken, but also she used to work for TMZ. So she has an impressive resume. And I don't watch The Breakfast Club, nor did I really care for it at this point. The last time I watched it, it was with that rapper who is like 500 pounds, who was suing Lyft or Uber. But apparently, this girl is really good at what she does. She's engaging. She kind of knows her stuff, which naturally I would expect for that to be the case, considering the fact that she came from TMZ and there isn't that many Black women who are at TMZ. But apparently, and I'm going to play what Just Hilarious said. Apparently, um, when Just came back, she came back with Lauren still there instead of her actually just coming back and Lauren leaving. And so, one thing that's really pissing me off, it does seem like Just Hilarious pretty much picked her replacement. That's what it is. But what I can't stand is that for whatever reason, people always want to pit Black women against each other, women too in general, but Black women. And I think it's because for Black women, we just don't have enough spaces where we could call our own. Like, I think that's why you have so many Black women who are on YouTube, doing their own thing, because it's kind of like it's a free platform. You're allowed to, be able to create your own content, have your own voice. And even in the YouTube streets, unfortunately, there are Black women who act like they need to compete against each other, or there are people who try to pit Black women against each other, which is very unfortunate, and it annoys the hell out of me. And I think this is honestly what has happened at the Breakfast Club. They have truly, just from my understanding, went through a lot to get that actual position. From my understanding, there was one point where people were saying that they weren't going to give it to her, or the powers that be didn't want her to have it, allegedly, but then she ended up getting the position. So as far as I see it, it seems to me that Jess never had a comfortable seat there. They always was possibly trying to find her replacement, and they found it in the woman that Just Hilarious picked. And I don't know why people thought, especially Black women, thought that the Breakfast Club would be a safe space. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't trust a DJ Envy or a Charlemagne. I would not trust them, because they do seem to be very petty individuals, because their spot is very secure. Meanwhile, these women have always seemed to be allegedly uncomfortable in their seat. That includes Angela Yee, who was there, who apparently had issues there also. So yeah, I'm gonna play what she said. You guys excuse me. I'm going to play the actual audio of it. She does drop a lot of F-bombs, like Jess Hilarious' mouth is even dirtier than mine. But the problem is I was already seeing that people was creating content about Jess Hilarious and this Lauren girl, because Corey Holcomb has talked about it. I believe Corey Holcomb and Jess Hilarious don't even get along, so he definitely took that opportunity, in my opinion, to try to compare the two. Armand has talked about it. A lot of men have talked about these issues. I haven't seen a lot of the women content creators, but maybe because they're just not popping up in my algorithm. But it's an unfortunate situation. And we got to find a way to kind of like make sure that we don't allow other people to pit us against each other. Unfortunately, you're going to still have bad apples who are going to do that because they always just want to kind of like test a fellow Black woman. But I'm annoyed with this. So go ahead. We're going to listen to it. But again, if you have kids or whatever, she drops a lot of F-bombs because, of course, Jess is pissed off. All right. So here we go.
Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. This woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay. Got it. Now, it's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds. Went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the mess, all that shit. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. I'm just coming to work every day, just zippity doo da day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, take my name out that shit. Jess with the mess is not at breakfast.
So it already sounds like, again, they were already trying to replace Jess. They were trying to replace her. Now, I saw some comments which really pissed me off, that people were saying, well, she shouldn't have got pregnant. Like, we'll have to talk about that. But to say that a woman shouldn't get pregnant, you don't know what's going on with that woman, whatever the case may be. To me, it's like, to tell a woman to not get pregnant, like, women are the ones who have to carry the child. But with that being said, I'll continue. But it sounds like just the fact that she just said that they was changing everything else around, she already felt probably like that wasn't her permanent seat, and they found a permanent replacement for Jess.
This clip. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the mess is not being done. Lauren LaRosa is doing the shit. So that need to be her segment. I fought for that segment. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and the people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? One thing I ain't never try to do is act unbothered unless shit never bothered me, man. What? You try coming back to work. You try to come back to work, and the motherfucker is right there at your desk, and ain't nobody telling you shit, mind you. Nobody telling you nothing, mind you. Before you know it, everybody thinking you're the villain. Like, I'm the villain. Because I didn't know shit. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that. I'm sick of the shit. It's weird. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. Just be quiet up there. I'm not fighting over no mic space. I'm not fighting over no mic. That's why I went from shut up and hush to not saying nothing. No. I'm not gonna compete where I already won this competition. I didn't know it was supposed to be 4. If this was presented to me, prior to hire, then I'd have been, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. So when we bringing in the fourth person, shit, that's what's up. Cool. It's only time for that segment. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today to restructure the show and shit like that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That went crazy too. Listen, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of things that I deal with. I ain't expecting not one motherfucker to feel sorry for me because that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care. And I haven't said a motherfucking thing at all. At all. I haven't said anything. This is the crazy thing, yo. I'm gonna let y'all know this. The craziest shit is, right? I wanted Breakfast Club so bad. I wanted it. I grew up on the show. The fuck? Like, what? Hall of Fame show? What are we talking about? Syndicated? But this ain't my first time doing radio, but I'm just saying, like, this is the biggest fucking show culturally. You know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole year I co-hosted, eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby, so you have them when you have them.
Very
I
true.
don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on fucking purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Breakfast Club. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this. I don't fucking need to be there. I wanted to be there. I loved being there. That was my shit.
Okay, so let's be clear. I don't think they gave her walking papers, or maybe they did. But if they haven't given her walking papers, she got them now, because she pretty much saying she don't need to be there. So at this point, either they gave her walking papers and she's venting, or she pretty much is saying, I don't give a shit at this point. Do what you need to do because you was already replacing me anyways.
Get what I'm saying? Like, that was my shit. I used to be happy as a motherfucker on the radio. Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you know. You can tell me she tried to be my friend. Excuse me? Ain't nobody trying to be no motherfucking friends. What are we talking about? We just naturally, organically became cool. Once I realized what the fuck was going on, like I said, my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. Like, we had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she said is not, how your baby doing? No, that was Envy, because he's the family man, right? How was maternity leave? No. That's not the first. The first thing that she talks about is the shit that was in the comments. What the fuck would make me want to talk about the fucking comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Lauren was not a spiteful person. Like, I'm like, I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what the fuck what that was in there, but that shit wasn't it. I ain't like that. We've made cool since then. That's it. Right?
Okay, so she said that when she came back, she did not like her because clearly she already felt that, why is she still here? No one told me there was ever going to be a fourth person. No one ever explained that. So I think in Jess's gut, she clearly knew that this was a replacement situation. This had nothing to do with adding an additional person. or they were willing to do that. They were probably trying to see what Jess was going to do. Unfortunately, especially in the business of, or any business, they love to see how much you're willing to fight and how much you're willing to compete for your spot, which is interesting because only the women have to do that. Do you see them replacing DJ Envy? Do you see them replacing Charlemagne? Do you see them bringing another guy in there to try to get them uncomfortable, so to speak, and for them to do a better job? Because let's be clear, there is always somebody who could do a better job than you. DJ Envy, there can definitely be someone who could do a better job than DJ Envy and Charlemagne. But they don't do that with them. They do it with the women, though. So very interesting. But she said when she first got back, it was misplaced anger. She didn't like the girl, and the girl all like immediately was talking about what the comments were saying versus trying to, I guess, really talk to Jess and get to know Jess. Maybe Lauren, I don't know how old she is, but maybe also she was in competition about the situation because, again, there aren't that many spaces for Black women to not only be in syndicated radio, but just in general, especially in the industry. So they are always trying to pin Black women against each other. It is up to you to either rise above that, or you fall for it and you end up allowing people to be your competition or do things to try to destroy your competition. But let's continue.
I compliment this girl every fucking day. Every day. And it ain't forced. She's a beautiful girl. She knows her shit and she on her shit. And that segment came from me. Like, let's not even sit here and fucking play around with it. Like, it's the crazy thing. This is another crazy thing. We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when like not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'm gonna play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. Whether it's something y'all want to hear or it's something that y'all ain't gonna want to hear. I ain't got time. Didn't go live to talk about that retired ass nigga. Who still think he not retired. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing.
I think she's talking about Corey Holcomb in this part, talking about that retired ninja. But it seems to me that the women on this show don't have a voice. It seems to me that DJ Envy and Charlemagne, for whatever reason, are the ones who make the decisions. While they do have, of course, Hire Us because it's iHeart. I feel like it seems to me that those two are the ones who kind of either can make or break situations. And that's probably why Angela Yee left, because she felt like she didn't have a voice. Because what's interesting is that if you notice, DJ Envy was in a lot of nonsense in the past year or two. He was in hot water when it came to that real estate scam stuff that was going on allegedly. Y'all remember that? Well, it's interesting that even with all of that and him allegedly having that guy on iHeart, promoting that guy on iHeart who's in a lot of trouble also, it's interesting that DJ Envy is still there. So it says a lot, because it makes me wonder if an Angela Yee or Jess Hilarious was in that type of real estate drama, would they have still been on the show? Let's not even forget Charlemagne and the alleged accusations with him that what occurred in South Carolina. That stuff came out when he was on the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club's been there for a minute. Did anything happen to him? So it seems like there definitely could be some favoritism or people controlling and stirring the pot there. And like she said, Angela Yee may have had very valid reasons on why she got the heck up out of there. But let's continue.
And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some shit that he was saying. I would. The girl is great at what she do. Lauren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She got that. I fought for that. The fuck is we talking about? I don't know how long it's gonna take for a motherfucker to confirm that. But yeah, it's like that. I started saying shit on air. Like I said, I don't know if y'all really listen to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all really listen to that shit 6 a.m. or whatever.
And for those who actually watch the Breakfast Club, who follow me or listen to this, please let me know if that's what she's saying. Has she been giving this girl props and all of that stuff that she's saying? Let me know. Because like I said, I don't listen to the show anymore. But I'm curious to know. What I do know is that what they have been saying is she seems to not be interested anymore. Like she seems to not be able, she doesn't know what's like sometimes what's going on. I've been hearing that she's been like on her phone during segments. Like she's not interested in what's going on in the process. So, and this is while on the show. So for her to say that she was really pumped about doing the Breakfast Club and she really wanted that, to now this, and they were saying that there were already signs of her just kind of not being interested in being on her phone. Apparently, they said during the Wendy Williams segment, which I think I saw some of that Wendy Williams segment, there were definitely times where she seemed engaged, but apparently they're saying that during that time, there were times where she was just on her phone, like she was like scrolling the internet or texting people or whatever. So there definitely has been some tension. And yeah, I don't listen to it to know if she has been giving this girl her props. Make sure you guys hit the like button.
Yeah, I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment to her, man. That girl do what she do. She do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great at the Breakfast Club. I also been said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Okay? Stop trying to make me out to be the villain. Or like I'm the fucking hater or something. I ain't never gonna hate on no fucking woman. Ever. No, I no. Now listen. I may not say everything that y'all, I may not. I may offend women here and there. I offend men here and there. Um, you know, I offend others here and there. You know. Okay. Y'all ain't gonna agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate on a woman, especially if she got it going on. Yeah, I'm not. And Lauren LaRosa got it going on. She did. You know what I'm saying? I tell her that. Ask her. I don't know if she'll say it online. She thanks me on air, but she don't thank me online. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, shit a little different, online. But if niggas is a team, if we supposed to be a team, how about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate?
Y'all not a team. I mean, it's in that business, in the industry, hell, even on YouTube, you have people that they are team them, team me. There's no team in this situation. Everybody is for themselves. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's just not the way that it works. And it definitely seems like they never saw you a part of the team, unfortunately.
That shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair Eastside High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Mm-hmm. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows.
Okay, so yeah. So honestly, my assessment in this situation, Jess was a temporary replacement until they found a good fit. That's it. That's all. I don't think she was ever a permanent position, like a permanent person. Because from my understanding, again, I think there was some drama behind her being selected in the first place. There was something going on around that time when she was actually being a guest host where people were speculating that she still wasn't a permanent position or she wasn't going to get the position. And then there was controversy behind her not getting it. I think her fan base was kind of going in about her, I think, not getting it or something like that. And then they ended up giving it to her. But I think it was always, yeah, we don't know if it's going to be a good fit, but we'll hold on to her for now. And then the pregnancy was just a way for them to find a way out. I truly think that was the case. And she ended up picking a girl who was way more qualified. And you know what's so crazy about it is that you should get someone who is just as qualified or more qualified to do your job. But then at the same time, that can be an issue with you coming back. You know what I mean? Which is why a lot of the times they say, you know, like in Love and Basketball, when they say never let a freshman take your spot, it's really one of those things that people have this mentality where you want someone who is not as good as you. So then that way they feel the need for you. When Lauren came in, apparently they didn't feel the need for Jess and they found the replacement that they were looking for. Now, like I said, from my understanding, this girl does do a phenomenal job. She knows the topic. She knows she's in the know. And the way the flow is, they say it's a better match because Just Hilarious kind of has more of, I guess, a Charlemagne vibe about her, where she, you know what I'm saying, is really quick to kind of do the little, you know, jabs and the little, you know, snarky comments like Charlemagne does. I guess apparently they literally don't need like two Charlemagnes, a female Charlemagne and a male Charlemagne. They need someone like Lauren to come in. But what's interesting is that the way Just Hilarious is now kind of checked out, like people are saying, wasn't that the same way Angela Yee was when she was about to leave the show? She had checked out too. She was, I think, a lot of times on her phone. She had checked out. You barely heard her in the room most of the time. She was there in body, but damn sure not in spirit. And that's the same thing with Just Hilarious. It's an unfortunate situation because, again, it is always Black women being pit against each other. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it is usually people who look like us who are causing the controversy. Always. Black men, especially. Always. And I'm not saying all Black men, but there are definitely some out there who literally were just constantly stirring the pot in this situation. You know what I mean? Some were just giving commentary, but other was literally trying to. And again, I know some people don't like Just Hilarious, but at the same time, you know what I mean? She really wanted this position. Like she wanted the position. Unfortunately, seems like she picked her replacement. So now I am sure what's going to happen is any other type of position she's going to get, she's going to be hesitant on who she selects to make sure that she secures her position. And it's unfortunate. Like I hate that. I hate that it has to be that way. Because when people pit people against each other, they feel like they have to protect themselves by any means necessary. And this is probably going to cause Just Hilarious to be on some F everybody. I'm going to get mine, even if I have to F you over in the process. See, this is how the bitterness starts to come. This type of stuff. This is how the bitterness becomes. This is when it becomes an issue where literally Black women can't work together or get along because you have people in the background creating the drama. And then what happens is when you try to be that woman that is trying to, still give kudos to your fellow sister, whatever the case may be, you end up becoming cold-hearted because of the fact that these type of things happen. And then you have people who say, F it. It's all about me. I don't care if I have to screw you over in the process. This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it. I hate it. And this is exactly what's going on right now. This is exactly what's going on. And she's pissed. She was dropping F-bombs in every sentence. She is pissed. She truly feels like they played her ass to the left, and they did. Unfortunately, this is how the business works. It's a sad situation. Not saying everyone is like that. Some people don't fall for it, and some people, you know what I'm saying, rise above it. Unfortunately, it's not that many who do, though. It's not that many who do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the unfortunate situation. There are probably people who prefer Lauren. I've been hearing that people prefer Lauren. Lauren has the experience, and I'm sure working for TMZ, made her super prepared. You work for TMZ, that is an excellent resume booster. That is an excellent resume booster. So I am sure that has opened up doors for her. But at the same time, again, there's only so many opportunities that Black women get. So when she saw this opportunity and just was gone, you're not going to be able to convince me that she was trying to find a way to make herself permanent. Because what was she doing before? I don't know if she necessarily went from TMZ to the Breakfast Club. Like, I don't think she would leave TMZ just to do the Breakfast Club. Maybe at one point she worked for TMZ, no longer worked there. I don't know if she was trying to find a job. You know what I'm saying? So this is the problem, especially in this economy. And then in the entertainment industry, you don't have that many spaces for Black women. So this is the type of stuff that happens. And then they want to say, fight for it, compete for it, destroy each other for it. So now, even though Jess has every right to be annoyed by the situation because she really thought that she proved herself. And because wasn't she like on the Breakfast Club, I feel like for a whole year before they said that she was going to get that position? She was there for a good minute before they finally, because they were going and they were trying to find a good fit with several different women who were in that position, and then just stayed there for a very long time and kind of proved herself, and they still, I guess, wasn't satisfied allegedly, and then they finally gave it to her. But I think she really got comfortable. I think she got comfortable. And one thing about it is you can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable. Hell, you can't even get comfortable in a 9-to-5 job at this point. You think you about to get comfortable in radio? You know what I'm saying? Like you think you about, like, in radio, as fickle as the industry is, the only people who gonna secure a permanent a permanent spot in the Breakfast Club is DJ Envy and Charlamagne. Hell, even Angela Yee left, and she was in the beginning. It was the three of them. But again, I've noticed the same patterns. They don't have a voice, so they become voiceless when they're on air. Jess ain't really talking no more. Angela Yee wasn't really talking no more. They just kind of was like, you know what, F it. And I think that's where her frustration is that she thought that she was a team player in that team. And she has learned that DJ Envy clearly probably only cares about DJ Envy, and Charlamagne the God clearly probably only cares about Charlamagne the God. You are an option to them. You are not someone they have to deal with. Because if Angela Yee was there from the beginning and they damn sure didn't respect what she had to say, why would they respect you? So, it's an unfortunate situation, but I hate when these type of things happen. Trust me, I see it often. I do. Like I said, this type of BS go down on YouTube, which is a free damn platform. And you see it all the time. People pitting against each other, trying to start shit, stuff like that. It's ridiculous. So I'm sure on radio syndicated, like it's you don't have that many black women in that spot. The last one who really did and was successful was Wendy Williams. And morning show segments, like I'm assuming it's still the morning time that's like the biggest, I'm saying, like market as far as people listening to the radio, as well as like traffic. I think those are still like the best times as far as the busiest when it comes to radio in the morning. So like the morning shows, usually they have like the best hosts, and then of course traffic time, like around 3 o'clock to like 7 o'clock or whatever. But yeah, and so here we are. So yeah, at this point, Jess is probably done with the Breakfast Club. Like at this point, I don't think we're gonna hear her on the show anymore. Like, how do you go back after saying all of this? Like, and they're on 5 days a week. It's only Tuesday. My educated guess, we ain't gonna hear her no more on the Breakfast Club. I would be really shocked, very shocked if she's on that show tomorrow, after saying all of that. So and maybe this is why she was so bold, because they already gave her walking papers, or maybe she felt like it was coming anyway, so she wanted to go out with a bang, because she said she didn't need it. She wanted it because she grew up on the show, but she didn't need it. And that's what she was saying. That's why she been doing shows and stuff like that. She probably felt like it was coming. So she gonna go back to her, comedy or whatever the case may be, and make her money that way, because she feels like it's very toxic over there. You know what I mean? That she feels like it's very toxic. I really hope that she has no problem landing on her feet, because again, this economy is hard, and I would hate for anyone to lose their job, and not have a good financial backup plan, regardless on who they are. So I am hoping, and not to mention, it also makes me wonder, is Lauren cheaper? She's more, I'm saying, established as far as her experience is concerned, but because her name doesn't ring as much as Jess Hilarious, I'm wondering if she's cheaper too. To sign her up, the salary is cheaper. So that's another thing too. Another business move where you can give her less money and she's better at the segment. Yeah. Yeah. It's a done deal, but it's unfortunate. I really hope these two women do not like really start beefing with each other, and hoping that, you know what I'm saying, they can be respectful and not let this fester and allow people to keep getting in their heads and create some type of beef. Like I really hope, because hopefully with Lauren hearing this, she will sit up there, give Jess her props, wish her well, and truly, hopefully, have nothing but good, positive things to say about her. I'm hoping that's the case, because Lord have mercy. Why it always got to be us? I hate it. I hate it. Like, man, can we just not work together? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just ridiculous. But yeah, to someone who, wait, the Breakfast Club should have had the opportunity to have the opportunity to someone who could have built themselves a new name. You saying should have given them the opportunity to someone? Well, I think they were trying to do that with Jess Hilarious. Jess Hilarious has like 5 million followers on YouTube. So I think they were looking at her followers, because again, it's all about the numbers. I truly think the Breakfast Club was losing numbers. I think they were losing listeners. And so they thought maybe Jess Hilarious would have been a good fit because she could bring her 5 million plus people over to listen. You know what I mean? But clearly it just didn't work because she is not, you know what I'm saying, she's not a journalist. She just, what they were looking for was not necessarily what they got. She to me is a female Charlemagne, like I said earlier. She's a female Charlemagne. They don't need another Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? So, but Lauren is up and coming, and but she has the experience. So and she definitely, you know what I'm saying, will play her position well to me because she's still trying to establish a name. And what better way to be on syndicated radio where you're also on YouTube? This is a great way for her to come up so she can establish herself. So, yeah. So, you know, with that being said, you guys, let's continue the conversation below. What do you guys think about this? For those who actually listen to the Breakfast Club, by all means, please leave your comments. I just don't like this type of nonsense. It's something that is so unnecessary. That only have to be one mentality annoys the hell out of me. There is enough room for everyone, but for whatever reason they always have to pin it against where it only has to be one, and then you have people being destroyed or people feeling bitter, whatever the case may be, because of this nonsense, this unnecessary nonsense, and I don't like it. But with that being said, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.